They said my greatest fights were against Sonny Liston, Joe Frazier, George Foreman. But let me tell you the truth. My greatest fight was never against another man. The real fight was always against myself, against my doubts, against my fears, against that little voice inside that whispered, "You're not strong enough, you're not ready, you can't do it." See, people look at the ring and think the battle starts when the bell rings, but the battle starts long before that. It starts at 5 a.m. when your body is begging you to stay in bed. It starts when your lungs burn, when your muscles ache, when your mind tells you quit. Every day I had to look in the mirror and ask myself, are you going to be the champion of the world, or are you going to be just another man who gave up on himself? And I'll be honest with you, there were days I didn't feel like a champion. There were days I felt weak, tired, broken, but that's where the fight was won. Not under the lights, not in front of the cameras, but in those moments when nobody was watching. Because the truth is, the hardest opponent you will ever face is you. That's the man who knows your fears, your excuses, your weaknesses. That's the man who knows exactly where to hit you to make you quit. And if you can beat him, if you can conquer yourself, then no one else in this world can ever stop you. They call me the greatest, but they never saw the battles I fought when the cameras weren't rolling. I used to say I hated every minute of training, but I said don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life a champion. People remember the quote, but they don't understand the pain behind it. Every morning my body screamed stop. Every mile I ran, every punch I threw, every round I sparred, there was a part of me that wanted to quit. Not because I was weak, but because I was human. See, the world thinks champions are built in the ring, but the truth is the ring only shows the work you've already done. The ring is just the stage. The fight is won in the dark, when no one is clapping, when no one is cheering, when it's just you and your willpower. And that's where most people lose, not because they don't have talent, not because they don't have strength, but because they can't beat the man inside, the man who whispers, "You've done enough, take it easy. Nobody will know if you quit today." I knew that man very well. I met him every single day, and every single day I had to knock him down over and over again. That's why I trained like a madman. That's why I ran until my legs burned and my lungs felt like fire. That's why I pushed past exhaustion, past fear, past doubt, because I knew my real enemy wasn't across the ring, it was inside of me. If you don't learn to conquer that voice, that weakness inside, then no title, no trophy, no victory will ever last, because sooner or later you'll hand it all back. I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the strongest, but I was relentless. I chose to fight myself every single day, and that's why when the lights came on, no man alive could take from me what I had already taken from myself: excuses, fear, weakness. The man who conquers himself is truly the greatest. People want to be great, but they don't want to pay the price. They want the crown, but they don't want the weight of it pressing down on their head. Let me tell you something. Greatness will cost you. It will cost you your comfort. It will cost you your sleep. It will cost you your peace. Sometimes it will even cost you your friends. When I was training for a fight, I didn't live like the rest of the world. While others partied, I ran. While others slept, I worked. While others took it easy, I pushed myself into the fire. Because greatness isn't about talent, it's about sacrifice. It's about saying no to everything that weakens you. It's about giving up who you are today for the man you want to become tomorrow. And let me tell you the truth, suffering is part of the deal. You want to be a champion? Then you better learn how to suffer. You better learn how to embrace pain like it's your training partner. I ran when my legs were shaking. I punched the bag until my arms went numb. I trained until my body begged me to stop. And when people asked me why, I told them, because the pain I feel today is the strength I'll carry tomorrow. Greatness isn't given, it's carved out of sweat, tears, and sacrifice. Every bruise, every scar, every moment of exhaustion, it all added up. It all built the man the world would later call the greatest. But let me be clear, it wasn't easy. I lost, I fell. I doubted myself more times than I can count. But the difference is I never let the man inside me win. The weak man, the tired man, the man who wanted comfort, I killed him every single day. And that's why I could stand in front of giants and make them look small, because long before I ever fought them, I had already fought and defeated the only opponent who truly mattered, me. They asked me, "Ali, how did you do it? How did you become the greatest?" It wasn't because I was born special. It wasn't because I had some gift no one else had. No, the truth is, I just refused to lose to myself. Most men lose before they ever step into the ring. They lose the fight in their mind. They let fear chain them. They let doubt blind them. They let comfort weaken them. And then they wonder why they never reach greatness. Listen to me, every single one of you has a ring to step into. Maybe it's not boxing, maybe it's business, maybe it's your studies, your art, your family, your dreams. Whatever it is, the opponent is the same. The one inside, that opponent doesn't care about your dreams. He wants you to stay small. He wants you to stay safe. He whispers, you can't do it. You're not enough. Take it easy. Stay where you are. And most people, they listen, but not champions. Champions don't listen to that voice. Champions silence it. Champions rise when their body says sit down. Champions fight when their mind says quit. Champions pay the price and then some. I knew I wasn't just fighting men, I was fighting history. I was fighting every doubt ever thrown at me. I was fighting a system that didn't believe in me. I was fighting the weight of expectation. And through it all, the only way I survived was by conquering the man in the mirror. I'll tell you this, the day you defeat yourself is the day you become unstoppable. The day you look your fear in the eye and keep moving forward. The day you choose discipline over comfort. The day you trade excuses for execution. That's the day the world can't touch you anymore. Because once you've beaten yourself, what else is there left to fear? Another man, another obstacle, another failure? No, you'll see them all for what they are, shadows. And shadows can't stop the sun from rising. That's why I say I'm the greatest, not because I never lost, not because I was perfect, but because I never surrendered to the only enemy who could have truly beaten me, me. And if you want to be great, not just good, not just remember, but truly great, then you must win the same fight. You must wake up tomorrow ready to step into the ring with yourself. You must train, sacrifice, bleed, and suffer until the weak man inside of you is gone forever. Do that, and no one on this earth will ever be able to stop you. Do that, and you will carry the same truth I carried my whole life. I am the greatest, and so can you be.